Welcome back, ladies and gents. Here I am, right where I left off during the last session. It's nighttime. Not a whole lot going on. I want to first point out a couple of things. One, so I'm going to be unavailable. I'm saying this at every video that I'm making currently. I'm going to be unavailable starting on the 28th of April, 2024, to make and upload videos for approximately 4 to 6 weeks. So what I'm doing is attempting to preload a bunch of videos. So videos you're seeing right now, including this one, were recorded at least a week before you see it. I'm going to make all my videos 30 minutes long only, and I'm attempting to make enough so in worst case scenario I can upload one video every week of each of the series I'm currently playing for the next 6 weeks. So I think that's a better alternative than just stopping completely for possibly up to 6 weeks. So that's where we're at right now. Also, I want to address some comments that Chris Badger made. He made he posted several paragraphs of good info on the Subsistence videos, and they all make perfect sense. They make perfect sense, and it's easy when you type it like that, but for me, they make perfect sense for someone who's completely familiar with the game. They don't make perfect sense for someone like me who has no idea what's going on. Yeah, I understand that I should start every day with full health meters down here in the bottom right, but actually doing that every day is a little different than just saying I should do that every day. And for me, for example, if I'm out traveling, I should travel and find food. I agree, of course. However, finding the only, proteins, fruits and vegetables, I don't know. To me, it seems wasteful and tedious to have to stop and build a fire the moment you kill an animal if you're out and about traveling. Also, to have to carry fire starters with you everywhere. I realize that eventually this may be, I can build little outposts, like go this direction for a day and then build a one-room outpost that has a cooking station and some fire starters and things like that. But right now, I'm just trying to survive from day to day. I hope you understand that. I'm not, I know I've been in the same position as you in a lot of games I comment on where I know a game inside and out. I know exactly what's going on, and it's easy for me to tell someone this is all you need to do. But actually here in the moment, it's not quite as easy, at least for me. I just wanted to point that out. I do appreciate the information, and I do log that and understand that that's what I need to be doing. But I also hope that you understand that even you didn't know that you needed to do all that before you learned you had to do all that. And I'm pretty sure it was difficult for you in the beginning. What is this? I was actually looking at this thinking it was, for some reason, I was thinking that was in my grow bed. The angle was just right for me. All right, strawberries. Well, I know they're going to, Chris says that they're going to start deteriorating if you have a bunch of them here. Only the first one is going to start. Let's say you have 10, so one will start and it will degrade. Then you have 9 full ones, and then the next one is starting to degrade. But either way, I don't want to waste any of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and eat all fruit that I get, fruit and vegetables that I get immediately, if it's not a seed. I guess these are, the cotton doesn't appear to be growing yet, but the rest of these are on the verge, I guess. I'm going to put some more wood in here. I'm going to put some more fertilizer in here. He also pointed out, Chris Badger I'm talking about, that you don't need to water and fertilize, but watering and fertilizer increases the growth speed, I believe is what he had mentioned, what he typed. It seems to me that you would want, for me, watering is just part of it, so I'm going to water stuff because it just seems right that you should have to water anything you're growing. And if that makes it, more tedious for me, then I just have to deal with that. Let me let that water. I'm contemplating about those 2 wolves over there in that crate. I think it's a medical crate. just based on the way it looks. I could be wrong. It's either medical or ammo, of course, because it's not a wooden crate. Also, I want to look at possibly adding to my area here. I think I would want to add two more floor. Also, you know, Chris had mentioned about, this bugs me that these pieces of wood are facing a different direction than these three. And let's see here. He mentioned that moving is actually that, moving. You can move. So if I press the end key, and then what? And then number 4. Oh, here we go. All right. So let me move this like that. There you go. Thank you, Chris. Didn't waste any resources, and my brain comprehends that a lot better. Let me see if this water is done. I'll take this water. Oops. And there was something about water. I think you said I don't need to carry water, but I think I prefer to do that on my, because right now I've just got empty slots and there's no point in not carrying it. Maybe later on, when I have, like you mentioned, a shotgun or things of that nature, I won't carry it on my slot. My tool belt, I guess it's called. But for now, there's no reason not to. It's right there in front of me. I can see it. I never forget it if it's in my inventory and I happen to get it empty. I won't know that, but if it's right there in front of me, I will never forget it. Well, I better not say never. I think by now most of us know how my brain sometimes doesn't work. There's the boar. I say the boar. It probably is just a boar. I don't know if there's only, I doubt there's just one boar in the game. But I do want to hit this tree. My goal over the next, 6 to 8 videos is to simply gather resources, try to add just a little bit to the base. Once I've got what I would consider, a little larger base, maybe 2, perhaps 4 more tiles larger, then I'll consider the other things, because right now it's metal. I think metal/nails are the handicap, because the other things, wood is abundant, you can find everywhere, fiber is abundant, you can find everywhere, but it's the metal pieces. So for now, just as boring as it may be, it's part of surviving for me here, is just trying to gather as many resources as I can, and then when I get enough resources that I feel comfortable to make something, I'll make something out of them. I definitely, Chris had mentioned that refrigerators are a game changer. I'm sure they are, but how in the heck do you even power one? See, I've got I'm a long way off, in my opinion, of having electricity. I'm still here struggling for food on a daily basis. And I haven't seen no chickens, or there's something, right? Is that something? No, that's just the ground texture. All right, there's a glowing rock. We'll see what this is. I almost thought this was gold, but it's kind of orange, so I don't think it's gold. At least on my monitor, it's orange. It's copper. Okay. Eventually, I think this will come in useful. That's something else that I would be making right now, is more storage containers. I would make, once I get enough resources, and the nails, again, are going to be the limiting factors. I'd make a storage container for minerals, a storage container for wood products, that sort of thing, But I need a little more space in my base to do that, so that I can move around comfortably. Put some walls up. And I would love to have a shotgun. No clue where to get one though, and the building I might have 4 cloth, but I think there was something else I wanted to use a cloth for. For example, I think I wanted some clothes. There's a there's a wolf. Medical crate and a wolf. That's my problem throughout the game. Seems like these crates like to be camped by predators. Jeez, that water scared. It sounded like something coming out of the water. That was just such an abrupt audio in of that water. It wasn't subtle. It was just boom. All of a sudden, there's water noise right there. It was not distance relate. There's a chicken right there. Okay, I can see a crate there and 2 crates here, but I'm not sure I can get to the ones right here. I'm going to try that wooden crate because that would be nails. And here is a plant of some type. I just don't think I can. That wolf is just too close. Blueberries. I just got attacked by wolves in Red Dead Redemption 2. I was recording, and I'm just not keen on being attacked by wolves again in this game. Although I had a much better chance of surviving in Red Dead Redemption 2 because I had a Springfield rifle. Here I've got, in Chris's own words, a BB gun. The M9 being the BB gun. I'm going to come up here and hit this. This is more copper. And see if maybe that wolf will move on a little bit. Maybe I can get that other crate. Since this is going to be only, these next several mini videos is only going to be 30 minutes, I don't know that I'll get a lot accomplished, but at least I'll get some resources. I was real concerned about that because I couldn't really see that rabbit properly. And I will admit, in some instances, having a high DPI mouse I should probably turn down the sensitivity. Because trying to get exactly where I wanted that pixel to be was a little more difficult than I wanted it to be. Okay, that wolf seems to be migrating or moving towards me, so let me see if I can go around him and do an end run. Come at that crate from the other side. Take that scrap metal. I'm really hoping that later on, I really, as someone who is struggling to survive and is playing a game called Subsistence, which the name itself means you're struggling. When I hear or say the word subsistence, I don't think of, lush living conditions and abundance everywhere. So I think that if I'm later able to use these minerals to build weapons and things like refrigerators and stuff like that, yeah, it's going to be cute, I guess, but it's not going to make any sense to me. Like building electricity. I think I saw in the BCU solar panels, and just being able to build solar panels from this scrap stuff I find around here makes no sense at all. But I'll continue to play and see how it plays out. It's like making an M9 from some grass. For some grass, some wood, and a couple pieces of scrap metal. That's why I couldn't believe that you could make one. There's that plane again. I still don't know what's up with it. I can hear it. Where's it at? I just cannot place it. The audio is just not... See, it's over there, and it sounds like it's directly overhead. Look at that. Is it dropping something? The audio is terrible. It's now going up like it just made a low pass and dropped something. Yeah, the situational audio in this game, at least for the plane, is very terrible. Because I would swear, based on the audio, that with these I'm wearing these headphones and the sound is coming directly from above my head, yet the plane is way over yonder. So I think as I now understand, this is a lone developer, but I think he needs to work on the audio a little bit, because if the plane is important and I need to be able to pinpoint where it's coming from, that audio needs to be accurate. If the plane is just eye candy and it doesn't really matter, then there's no sense in wasting resources on it, I guess. That would be something way later down the development cycle. But again, if it's important and I need to know, be able to hear and pinpoint where it's, look at there. That's that meat I had. So it does become rotten meat, and you can't do anything with it but drop it. So you can't eat rotten meat. So probably about a day, because it's probably about an in-game day since I cooked that piece of meat. Something like that. Chris had mentioned 18 minutes, but I can't sit here and stare at my timer when I kill an animal or cook a piece of meat, because I got to keep my eyes on what's going on around me. So I think the best course of action for now is just to cook and eat everything and be done with it. But I did have to do that little experiment to see if food spoiled. Now I know it does. I also know that it doesn't become spoiled and you could still eat it and get sick. It just disintegrates, I guess. Because that looks like it disintegrated. Nope, not going to make it. Keep going, Wolf. I need that crate. I'd really like to have those. Oh, no, there's a bear coming now. Again, this is not a gradual increase in audio from that running water there. It just instantly, boom, it's full-on audio. That's very abrupt. I'm not exactly sure how long he or she's been working on this game, but audio really needs some help. I think I'm going to go over and try to... Well, let me do something dangerous here and go up this rock, because there may be something just on the other side that I don't know that's going to aggro. Nope, there is some scrap metal. And I saw I think it was potassium. It looked white. Maybe not. Let's see. No, I believe that to be iron. Oh, no. I don't know now, because of the way the sun's glaring on it. It is iron. Okay. I think I saw another something just over here. Maybe not. Let me get this fiber. Hopefully one day. So far, I saw the airplane. It was the middle of the night. I couldn't see it. I could only see its light. Couldn't make out what it was doing, and I just saw it now, and it was... By the time I located it visually, I couldn't tell what it was doing. It looked like it was flying low and level the first time I saw it, but it went behind a tree, and then when I next see it, it was gaining altitude and banking left. So I don't know. It looked like it may have been making a drop run, but I don't know that. It could have just been doing a search run. And I'm still not exactly sure. I still don't know. Maybe I need to go back and read that. There's another chicken. What the backstory is. Why am I here? How did I wind up here? In my zealot, I was really determined not to read anything about this. And that was probably... I probably should have at least read what the setup is. All right, chicken. I need to take a look at my arrow status now. I've got 2 arrows left. I want to run over and hit that grub tree there to the left. Oh, that wolf. I did not notice that wolf there. Let's see if I can pass him on the right. Looks like some more iron. I don't think I can reach that, though. You can't lean over something from the top and reach down, and I know I can't reach that from the water. I don't even know if I could use my... Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I may as well find out what's in those mussels or clams, whatever they are. I honestly don't know if clams grow in fresh water. I suppose I could search that up because that wouldn't be a spoiler. I just was curious if I kind of thought they were mussels because I'm just not altogether certain that clams grow in fresh water. I personally have never, every time I've gone clamming, it's been in salt water. When I was a kid, we lived in the Gulf of Mexico. We were there every summer. We went to a little cabin down there. And then later in life, as I'm an adult, my mother and her husband had a little fishing house in Steinhatchee, Florida, where the big thing there is scalloping. It's a little sleepy community until scalloping season, and everybody descends on the place. And everything, it's kind of like college break. What's it called? College? Yeah, you know how people descend on beaches and stuff like that during spring break. That's the word I'm looking for. Now, let me see. There was a few... I saw some around... There's one right there, I do believe. Yep. We'll take a look. That's pretty deep, though. I hope I have enough time to go down, hit it, get it, and come back up. I may have to make 2 passes. Go, 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 go. I'm at halfway. I think I made it. All right. What did it give me? Pearls. It says pearls, but it's just 1. That also slightly annoys me. It should say pearl. The picture even shows 3. Maybe it's just my brain is... Maybe it's a collection, 1 collection of 3 pearls, but that's just an inordinate amount of things to have. Okay. It just looks like a single pearl to me. What is this? Sandstone. I don't know what sandstone is used for. They look like walnuts or nuts. Can be refined into glass. All right. Fair enough. Sand can be made from glass, yep. But the fact that I can do it out here in the middle of wilderness. I guess I'm starting to think that the purpose of this game is not to survive, to just subsist until you're rescued, but perhaps to build a home here and production for weapons and ammo and things of that nature. And I guess now that I think about it, that is there something right there? That probably makes sense if you're going to PvP or play with the hunters enabled, because you would need a constant supply of weapons, because you would constantly be... I think it was Chris that mentioned something about pressing the space bar and when you're coming out, and that would help, but it would take a little practice. And I tell you, I was pressing the space bar, but I didn't see the point where it helped any. So yeah, I agree, it's going to take a little practice. Although he did mention that helps, but he did not mention why it's why that transition is so difficult. I'm still I would be interested in that if you know, Chris. Why is just simply walking out of the water so difficult in this game? I don't know if there is a... That's 25. That is a chicken. Rabbits are 30. Chickens are 25. There he is. I can see him now. Oh, he's going to... That's fine. I've got some chicken. I'm not going to chase after him. Ammo crate. And again, I'm going to eat these berries right now before they start. Ooh, I forgot to eat the kelp. Anything else I can eat right now? No. Let me hit this grub tree. Find out about another chicken. Oh, that's the same chicken right there. Yep, I knew I was going to miss that because I was rushing the shot. Can I get my... There's the arrow right there. So, no harm, no foul. There's some... let me see if I can... I don't know. I think that's potassium, but I could be wrong. Sometimes, yeah, it's potassium. Sometimes the light is shining on it, even if it's ore, it seems like it's going to be glowing. So it's difficult to tell the potassium from the ore for me yet. I'm just not yet that familiar. I don't think I'm going to mistake copper for anything because that literally is glowing. How many chickens do I have? 1, 2. I got 2 chickens and 2 rabbits, and since I know the food will go bad, I'm not even going to bother getting another one. Because I've got no way to store the meat. There's no, like I say, there's no salt or preserving, I guess, other than having a refrigerator, which still doesn't help me. In my opinion, having a refrigerator is not going to help me explore the land because the refrigerator's back at camp with the electricity. And if I still can't preserve the meat, what good is having it in a refrigerator going to do for me other than that when I'm at home, I would have food to eat? There's still a lot of things I got to learn about this. Another grub tree coming up over here. You know, for example, the further you... I don't know if how the game works, but does the game populate resources based on the distance from where you set up a base? Obviously, it can read that you have a base. I don't know what that is. What is that? Silicon. The further you move away from your base, do the resources get better? As far as I'm talking, when I say resources, I'm talking about the crate drops, the crates. How are the crates? You know, what algorithm are crates spawned into the world? I would think, just my first thought is, the further you are away from your base, the more likely you are to find something useful. But that may not be the case. It could be purely random. But it seems like, you know, it's more difficult to travel far away from base, so the rewards would be better. But I don't know that to be true. That just seems to be the normal in games, or what should be the normal. I also think, as I mentioned earlier, that I think you could probably, you know, cook some food and then start out on a trek and go, I don't know, 500 to 800 yards away from your base, and then build one platform floor, one wall, and one roof, so that you only have to worry about that little bit, and then a fire. And I think that these... I know that these are starting to buzz around me, but I really wanted those nails. And I think that would be, you know, then you could just spend the night there, start a fire, cook anything you found on your way. Once you're well established, I'm talking about, and then you would, you know, leave 4 or 5 fire starters right there in the fire and some wood. Maybe spend one day there gathering some resources for that location, and then move on again. And I think that would be I don't know how big the map is, but I think if you spread them out, you could probably make some quote unquote, I was going to say hunting camps, but just locations for you to take temporary refuge. But again, that would be down the road, because that would take a lot of nails in the long run, a lot of resources, a lot of wood. Butcher. Let's eat these, or cook these. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, I want to see if there's any difference between... I don't know why I'm holding on to this, but I'm going to throw it in right there just because... Since it didn't actually just drop out of my inventory, I don't know if it's useful in the future for something. Maybe it can... Somehow it can be used as fertilizer, like compost. I don't know. I also want to take a gander at this cooked meat. I don't think I've did it before. I think that's done. Okay, pick tomatoes. Pick tomatoes. Pick onions. Carrots. Tomatoes. Carrots. Okay, now see this, Chris, this would be a lot, once you have some grow beds, then I can understand starting every day with the correct amount of health bars. But previously, just starting out, I don't see that happening. All right, now I want to see, this is 22, 16, and 1. And the chicken is 18, 2, 4, minus 1. Minus 1, yeah. So the rabbit, 22, 16. The chicken, 18, 2, and 14. So the rabbit is better for you. It provides more sustenance. Interesting to note. This is potassium, silicon, iron. And I got some, there it is. Let's move him right there. Anything? Yeah, I want to put, what is this? The sandstone? There, we'll do that. The grubs. All right, these things. Now, I need to replant. Do I eat these? Can I somehow get seeds from them? Extract 5 seeds. Wait a minute. How many slots here? 8 slots. An onion is 0.84. 0.2217. Okay, so the tomato is the best from a nutrient standpoint. So let's extract 5 seeds and plant then tomatoes. I must have already had... Okay. I forgot how many tomatoes I had. But anyway, I was able to replenish that, and I've still got 1 slot left, so we're going to... All right, 0 and 8, 4. 0, 12, 6. We're going to put... Can we get carrot seeds? Extract 1 carrot seed. And put that in there. Okay. Now, I'm just going to eat this right now. No, not extract. Eat one of those. Eat one of those. And... I confess, I sat here doing what I was doing, and I have no recollection of eating that meat. I guess I did, because I don't have it here anywhere. Wow. Talk about zoning out. I'm going to have to watch this video back, because I honestly and truly have no recollection of eating that meat. And these are going to go bad, and you can't stack... oh, see, now this is going to be an issue. There's no way to hold these without going bad. So I'm just going to make them all seeds. I think that's the way to go. And I'll try to make this better in a further video. Ciao.